Harper Audio presents Rebound, a Boomerang novel by Noelle August, performed by Dahlia Salem and Vikas Adam. Chapter 1. Alison. Some nights call for a Catwoman costume, and this is definitely one of those nights. Reason number 1. It's Halloween. I haven't lost my mind completely, contrary to what my parents seem to believe after my spectacular last semester wipeout. Reason number 2. I'm on my way to a party hosted by the new girlfriend of my ex-boyfriend. I'm pretty sure that calls for an armor of sleek leather and a whip. I stretch out, stiff as a ski, across the backseat of my Porsche Cayenne, while Philippe, my best friend and unofficial stylist, steers the vehicle in much the same way he does everything, with the grace of a polar bear on rollerblades. It's amazing because he's compact and lithe, and his sense of style is ridiculous, and yet in 22 years he doesn't seem to have established a firm connection between his brain and his appendages. He lurches to a stop at a green light, and I almost tumble from the seat. Behind us, a car blasts its horn, and Philippe rockets away again, throwing me back into the plush upholstery. "Sorry," he mutters, and his shoulders lift into a shrug. If I could sit up in this costume, or even breathe, I'd never have let him behind the wheel. But a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Tonight, that means having Philippe sew me into a skin-tight leather costume, complete with a glossy mask, pert ears, and a faux mink tail, so that he can deliver me to a party where I'll get to face the living reminders of my worst mistake. All in the name of business, I tell myself, trying to euthanize the butterflies in my stomach. Tonight's agenda? Get in, get out, and make sure nobody gets hurt, including me. That means nothing stronger than club soda, a lesson I've learned through hard and humiliating experience. I just need to say some polite hellos and stay long enough to size up my soon-to-be coworkers, and most especially, Adam Blackwood, CEO of Boomerang and the person my dad plans to make the recipient of an obscene amount of money. Philippe maneuvers the car up the winding canyon road. Wispy clouds drift overhead, framed by a hazy night sky tinged gray by the faint glow of city lights below. "How's it going back there, Miss Daisy?" he asks. So funny. If you hadn't made this so tight, I could sit up there with you. I'm going to need you to cut me out of this thing. "Well, I sewed you in," he says. "I can cut you back out again." Philippe purses his lips and glances in the rearview mirror. "And do you or do you not look amazing?" I take a deep breath and run my hands along the costume's bodice, which is elegantly boned and cut to perfection. He's created an absolute miracle in giving me curves in this thing and in making it sexy but not trashy. Struggling to a half-sitting position, I say, "I do." Tonight he's helped me feel delicious and daring, as far from society girl Alison Quick as it's possible to be while in my own skin. And that, I realize, is exactly what I need to face the night ahead. And are you or are you not heading into a lion's den filled with ex-lovers and people you may someday have to fire? I laugh. I love your imagination, but I think you need to have more than one of something to refer to it as a plural. He tosses me a meaningful look and almost runs my car into a sagebush. "Watch out," I say. But he's right. One ex-boyfriend and one big mistake. I guess that makes it plural. The GPS directs us up a steep side street, and we climb up toward a sprawling modern home that looks carved into the hillside. The backyard must have an incredible view of the city. "I really can't come in with you," Philippe says for the third time. "But you don't have a costume," I tease. It's tempting to bring him along as a buffer, but he's too safe. If he comes in with me, we'll be glued to each other all night, and I need to mingle with these people. Even though I'm anything but natural at this part of the game.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?